call it mobos. They don't feed it on repeat, they're like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. Photo now, photo now, photo now. But for now, I'm loco. For now, I'm preserving beat, I'm more.
Yes, my peoples, man. Big up yourself, man. Big up the whole Metric community. You know me, I'm always here for you lot. You get me? Don't miss a day, don't miss a beat. Any information that comes out for United, I'm always here. Make sure you lot are hitting the likes on your way in. On your way in, hit the likes. And if you ain't, by the time that the thing's done, hit it on your way out. So yeah, man, big up everyone, man. We got a lot of news to talk about per usual. You get it? I'm always here for you lot, man. I thought I'd do it a bit earlier today because I got a few things to do after, but I always show up for you lot. You get me? This is Isak stuff. Obviously, Isak's come out and obviously his bid's been rejected, whatnot. But I want you lot to see what Fabrizio's wrote in there. That makes a bit of sense. Obviously, Ornstein's brought the news about they've rejected the bid, whatever. Cool, no problem. But if you look at what Fabrizio said, he says Newcastle rejected as they won't open doors at least until finding a replacement. They're not still finding a replacement. This is what my man's come out and said. Fabrizio, they still ain't found a replacement. It's not going to happen. Forget about it. So they've, the 120, whatever it was, 110, they've rejected it outright. Cool, no problem. So that's Isak. That's nothing to do with us, right? But like he's saying there, Newcastle have rejected it straight away. If you look at the second paragraph of Fabrizio, they won't open no doors until they at least find a replacement. And then we get into it and then they go, bam, Newcastle United have pulled out the race to sign Benjamin Sesko. They've pulled out the race. They're not on it no more. They're not involved. They've given up. They said there's no chance no more. This guy wants to go to Man United. We can't be bothered no more. So they've pulled out the race, apparently. But this is from Craig Hope. Remember that, guys. I keep telling you about Craig Hope. When it comes to Newcastle, he's their #1 journalist. So he holds a lot of weight. And then the iPaper, who is MSI Douglas, who is a Newcastle journalist, this is what he's starting to this is what they're starting to brief. Look at this. Why Newcastle have reservations about Sesko. You know what you always got to look at? You've always got to look at the journalists, what they're briefing before a deal happens. That's how you'll know what's going on. So they're coming out here now and they're briefing this about Sesko. Look at the middle article. Why Newcastle has reservations about Sesko? Because they already know it's a myth. So when it collapses or whatnot, or he picks us, they're going to go, look, we already had reservations. Craig Hope is the most reliable Newcastle journalist. And he says Newcastle have pulled out the race. They can't be bothered. It's not going to happen. He said Newcastle have pulled out the race. It's not going to happen. And then Graham Bailey's come out not too long ago and said there's an internal confidence at Old Trafford that Manchester United will win the race for Benjamin Sesko. He wants to play under Ruben Amorim. And that's not it. That's just one. Look at this. And then we got this now. Look, Craig Hope again. Daily Mirror, Daily Mail, Craig Hope, #1 Newcastle journalist. This geezer in the middle. Newcastle United are likely to make a move for Ollie Watkins. Benjamin Sesko was their top target, but Manchester United now looks like the most likely destination for the Leipzig striker. X. It's not happening no more. Brentford's Johan Wissa and Jurgen Strand Larsen are on the shortlist. That's who they're going for now. They want Watkins, Wissa, or Strand Larsen. But I think they want Watkins with their other striker anyway. They've been in for Watkins as a backup the whole time. So this is what's going on. And obviously, Craig Hope goes and talks about Isak's bid's been rejected, etc. But look at what the bottom says. Would likely move for Ollie Watkins if given encouragement. So if Ollie Watkins comes out and says, I will move to Newcastle, they're going to go for him. As you can see, even 433's report that is from Craig Hope. And look at what Wolves of... This transfer market is mad, you know. When you actually think about it, we sat there and we were complaining about 65 million in Bumo. Strand Larsen is going for 65 million now. Look at the geezer. Wolves value Strand Larsen at 65 million because he scored 14 goals. And Bumo scored 20 goals and went for 65 million. They are saying he's the same as Mbumo, 65 million. It's mad now, this transfer window. This is why we're probably not even doing the Prem proven thing. It don't make no sense. Watkins is too much money. What's Mateta going to be? So this is what's going on, mate. They've pulled out the race, man. They've pulled out the race, the Sesko race. This is from Craig Hope, who is the most reliable Newcastle journalist. He's saying that they've pulled out the race. The other Newcastle journalist, MSI Douglas, he's reporting that Newcastle have reservations about Sesko. Because they can't get him, and it's very likely he's going to go to Old Trafford, they're trying to put the little things out by now. So put it in your head by now. Like, oh, look, we won't really want him like that. We've got reservations about him. He's not our top target. When Craig Hope is a G, he don't play. He just tells you how it is. He says, Benjamin Sesko was their top target, but Man United looked like the most likely destination for the striker. So now Ollie Watkins is who they want to make a move for. Ollie Watkins is £60 million, and especially if they know that you're coming from a place where you're hungry. Remember, Newcastle are coming up to them now hungry. But remember, Isak is staying now, guys. So the fact that Isak is staying for now anyway, obviously it might change, whatnot. He might say he wants to leave. Apparently he did say he wants to leave already. So it could change. But as you can see here from Fabrizio's article, the second paragraph of Fabrizio Romano, the middle one, yeah, it says Newcastle rejected as they won't open doors at least until finding a replacement. So they haven't got a replacement yet. They thought the replacement would be Sesko. That's not happening. So they're still sitting there. It's not guaranteed at this stage. Read the second article. It's not guaranteed at this stage that they can get a replacement. So they can't even get no one to come in. So you got Isak wanting to leave, and everyone you're trying to replace Isak with is just rejecting you. It's crazy, bro. It's actually mad. So this is what I'm saying to you lot. You lot got to pay attention, man. You know me. I always come here and I always show you lot what's really going on. They've rejected the bid from Liverpool, and they've said Newcastle rejected as they won't open doors at least until finding a replacement. It's not guaranteed at this stage. So they're not guaranteed to get a replacement for Isak. And then you move on, and then you got Craig Hope, their main journalist, saying they've pulled out the race to sign Benjamin Sesko. There's no point. It's long. They've got no more hope in it. This guy's taking too long. They spoke to him last week, said they'll pay everything to Leipzig. They'll give they'll give him whatever wages he wants. They'll give his agent whatever fees that they want, and he's still stalling. So they already know he's not going to come there. He wants to go thing. And then you've got the Newcastle journalist, MSI Douglas, briefing, why they got reservations about Sesko. This is what Newcastle does. Every single time they miss out on a target, instead of just saying that they got rejected, they sit there and start briefing you and saying, we missed out because of this. Man United are paying 250k a week, blah, blah, blah. They always got an excuse. And this is, again, what they're trying to do now. But, mate, it's looking like it's going to be a Sesko thing. I didn't want Sesko at the beginning. I told you lot I wanted more Prem proven. I feel like we need goals now. We ain't got time for potential and to hope. Sesko, we're hoping he becomes good now. We're hoping we can in 10 years and all of that. But I don't know, mate. But we'll see. We'll see. It's happening, so it is what it is. But they're going for Ollie Watkins now or Strand Larsen. We already know that Ollie Watkins is £60 million because we inquired about him already. Strand Larsen, as you can see from the last article, is 65 million now. That's the same price we paid for Mbumo, who gave us 20 goals, 9 assists. This geezer got 14 goals and like 1 assist. And he's going for the same price as Mbumo. The market is cooked. This is what I keep telling you about the market. This market is mental. 65 million for Strand Larsen. This geezer can even run. Come on, man. I know he's a little fox in the box type of player. Like, you put the ball in the box, he'll be there. But, bro, even Newcastle, they got Alanga and Antony Gordon on each side. Are you really going to do that with something? He's not as fast as them. I don't know, man. But this is looking like it's going to be... it's looking like, yeah, Watkins or Strand Larsen is their targets now, as you can see. Wiss is also on that list. Wiss is not training with Brentford at the moment. He's trying to get his move up there. Wissa is the only person in the world right now that's trying to go to Newcastle. He's like the only person in the world. Nobody else is trying to go there. Goalkeepers, defenders, strikers, whoever they've gone for has said, nah, I'm not doing it. And I'm going to show you an updated list of the rejection FC. It's updated now. You lot are going to see what's going on. But yeah, man, so that's the situation, bro. We've got a free run at Sesko. If this is true, obviously Craig Hope is reliable for Newcastle News. If he's saying that they pulled out the race, as he says there, Sesko was their top target, but Man United now look like the most likely destination for the Leipzig striker. Newcastle are likely to make a move for Ollie Watkins or Strand Larsen, who is 65 million. That is crazy. And this is what's going on. When you've been rejected so much and everyone can see how hungry you are, they can offer that now amid interest from Newcastle. So they can say, we want 65 million because they can see how hungry you are. this guy wants, like, they want anyone. They'll take anyone from us. So that's the situation with Newcastle, man. It's a bit peak over there, but they've pulled out the race, guys. If anyone's got any questions, put it in the comments, etc. If anyone missed what I'm talking about, etc., let me know. I'll go back on it. But Strand Larsen and Watkins are their new main targets. Isak is staying, so that might even slow it down a bit for now, because Isak is staying. But as you can see from Fabrizio Romano's own words, Newcastle rejected as they won't open doors, at least until finding a replacement. And it's not guaranteed at this stage. Sesko's not guaranteed. No one is guaranteed. Watkins hasn't told them he wants to go there yet. What they're trying to do now, they're trying to change their whole strategy. Remember, they were going up to play to teams, trying to buy the player, and then after, they will try to talk to the player after they've already spoke to the club. Now they're saying, no. We're going to the player first. We go to the player first, try to agree with the player, and then we go for the club, because we're getting rejected. It's embarrassing at this rate. So what they're trying to do is literally agree terms with Sesko, and it's not working. And I showed you that what Fabrizio said yesterday. The last thing Fabrizio said about this was, listen, they're willing to pay anything. They've already said they will pay them anything. They're literally trying to buy players now, like buy them. Look at this from Fabrizio Romano. You don't have to read the one on the left. You can read the one on the right. And he just basically says, Newcastle are ready to go and pay whatever Leipzig wants. They're ready to go and pay whatever Sesko wants. They're ready to go and pay whatever Sesko's agent wants. This is what they're on now, because they've been rejected so much. They're just like, you know what, bro? This strategy we're trying to do, this is not high wages and not go and pay mad money. We're just going to go in there and pay. So this is what's going on with them, mate. This is what's going on with Newcastle. So they've tried all of this. They've realized this Sesko guy is taking forever still. He don't want us. It's simple as that. And they've just pulled out the race, mate. They've just said this is long. So Newcastle have pulled out the race, and Benjamin Sesko apparently wants to play under Ruben Amorim. There's internal confidence at Old Trafford that Man United will win the race. I'll tell you that now. Every time that we've said that, that there's confidence we're going to win the race, we're optimistic, blah, 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 we've always won it because it's been Cunha and Bumo. We wasn't confident for Delap. We wasn't confident for Gyökeres. That never came out, them words. It was just like, Man United are in for Delap as well or whatever, but we wasn't confident. So, man, that's what's going on, man. That's the big news for now. They've pulled out the race, mate. Newcastle have pulled out the race for Sesko, and now they're trying to put out briefs to say that basically they're having reservations about Sesko. This is what happens. And whenever you see this, guys, remember, when you start seeing briefs coming out from the journalists from over them sides, from anywhere, if we're going side to side with Chelsea, for example, you start seeing briefs coming out saying, they're not really skeptical of this key, you know something's going on. So we're going to see what happens with this Sesko thing, but this is the news for today. They've pulled out the race, and Sesko wants to play under Ruben Amorim. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Let me get a few of these. Big up Mitch. Think we need a midfielder next, bro. Who you got in mind? I don't think we'll go for a midfielder this season, I'll be real, because we've got too much players. We've got Casemiro still. He's leaving next season. When he leaves next season, then we're going to have the chance to go and get a midfielder. Remember, Casemiro's on 350k a week. As soon as that goes, we can go and buy a Belieber or Wharton. I showed you that yesterday. There was a little something that came out yesterday about Belieber and Wharton. So we'll see what happens. That's what I think it will be. Apart from Sesko, do you still think they would go for Donnarumma? I've seen little links to Donnarumma, but because he's on 200k a week, I don't know how true it is. I don't know. Good evening, Mitch. Any good news? It's only about the Sesko stuff that basically they've pulled out the race now, Newcastle. So it's only us in that race. So it makes it a bit easier. So I don't know. Craig Hope is very reliable for Newcastle News. This ain't coming out from someone from Man United. This is Newcastle journalists saying that they have pulled out the race to sign Benjamin Sesko. And this is another Newcastle outlet, the middle one. And it's basically saying, Newcastle had reservations about him. So they're trying to put PR and brief us as if they didn't really care about him. That's what happens when you lose. When you lose, you start briefing as if you didn't really care. You're not interested like that. That's what's going on right now. They're briefing us and just trying to make it seem like it wasn't even that deep. We never cared about him. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're saying here. Newcastle have reservations about Sesko. We never cared about him like that. That's what they're trying to say. I might even open the article and share my screen and show you what they're really saying. But that's what they're trying to brief right now. Like, we never really cared about him like that because they've lost. This is what happens. When someone don't want you, remember, they're getting rejected so much They just got to come with excuses left, right, and centre now. Plenty goals coming out and saying that we made an inquiry for Isak, which is just bullshit. Like some of these journalists, yeah, they're just so bad. It's unbelievable. What's this guy called again? MSI Douglas. I'm gonna share my screen and show you lot this article. We're gonna get into it and see what he really said. You're just gonna see that it's just crap. Even the Newcastle fans in the comments are saying he was our #1 target. What do you mean that they got reservations? You're chatting shit. Like they even like they're just talking rubbish. And this is what they do. This is what clubs do. When they feel that they've lost, they just start putting little briefs up. But bro, they've been getting rejected so much. Like no one even believes their briefs anymore. It's the worst time to have a brief. Where's the Sesko stuff? I'm going to show you that right now. Don't worry. This is from the Newcastle outlet. Silly people, man. Rejection FC now it's looking like. All right, cool. Let's go on it now. I'm going to share my screen now. Okay, cool. I'm going to share my screen right now. 1 second. One sec. Share screen. All right, boom. Look at this now, yeah? So they've gone out there and put this article out. Hold on. Let me try to zoom in because I know this is a bit far for a lot of you lot. Yeah, boom. So look at this. This is what they're putting about Sesko. Why Newcastle have reservations about Sesko? See, when you see this, I'm not paying for them. Newcastle people. Is this what they're doing? Yeah, I'm not paying for that. But let me just show you something. You see, when you see people start coming with this sort of stuff, is when they're briefing us to say these sort of stuff. You know they've lost already. Just know that. So this is what they've come out and said. I'm not paying for that. I'm getting out of there because I'm not giving no Newcastle journalists no money. You've gone mad. Let's go back to Twitter. Cool. Yeah, look at this now. Why Newcastle have reservations about Sesko plus the Isak's future, etc. So they're saying that because they know they've lost. And that's what happens. When you briefed, they cannot brief that. Imagine they briefed, they've got reservations about him and then we sign him. He's going to look stupid. This is what happens. So they when they come, they brief. Once they know that they've already lost, it's gone left, they start briefing stuff like that. And like I said to you, Craig Hope has come out and said it's done. It's a myth. They've pulled out the race. They want Watkins now. That's their guy. So yeah, man, it's looking promising, man. It's looking promising. It's looking real promising. Look, Watkins is their guy, man. Would likely move for Ollie Watkins if given encouragement. So they've got to literally go to every player now and get encouragement before they bid. They're not even trying to go and bid anymore straight away. There's no point. If they go to someone and try to bid and they get rejected, it's just embarrassing now. So they're not even trying to do that no more. They're just sitting there and they're saying, you know what? Let's chat to the player first and see that he's likely gonna come. All right, we'll bid. Deal will only progress if replacements are lined up. And this is what another reason Fabrizio said they had to they rejected the thing. They rejected the bid because they got no replacements. This is what I'm trying to say to you. They had Sesko as the #1 target, and he is saying he's giving them too much drama. They don't know what's going on with that. So they've just said, you know what, this is long. There's no point in us even doing that. So now they're going for Ollie Watkins, mate. They're going for Ollie Watkins, but they need to hear from him that he would even go there. Is Ollie Watkins going to turn around and go, I'm going to go to Newcastle for 1 year, or for 2-3 years, when I can be at Villa. Villa and Newcastle are technically in the same position, but they're just in Champions League. So do I stay where I am and I'm loved and I'm cool, or do I go to Newcastle because they're in the Champions League this year? It's a bit techie. And are they going to pay that 60 million? The way they said that they was going to pay anything for Sesko, maybe they will. Who knows? But yeah, they've come out and they've said they're willing to pay whatever, man. So we'll see what happens, man. And this just came out. Look at this. This guy just talks bollocks, man. This is the easiest way to get yourself cancelled. This is the easiest way to make yourself look like an idiot. Look at this. The geezer, Isak, has once again made it clear that he only wants Liverpool. Even Manchester United made an inquiry in recent days, but Isak turned it down. Why are you talking shit? Why are you always lying? What are you doing, big man? Like, this is the easiest way to just show how uncredible you are by putting something in like this in there. Like, what are you talking about? We've had every single reporter talk about it, say we're not even involved. Don't involve us. Us and Chelsea are not involved in nothing to do with Isak. We haven't got the money to buy him. What are you doing here? This is why. This is the easiest way to make yourself like a tier 6. Like, so everything you're going to say, man's taking it with a pinch of salt. You've come out here and just said something for no reason. Silly guy, man. So that's what's just come out recently about Manchester United. He just put our name in there for no reason. Obviously, he needs engagement in it. He needs more people to come on his page. It's a boring story, but he's going to add Man United in there just to spice it up a little bit so it looks a bit reliable. So that's what's happened in the last thing, man. Imagine this meltdown of Newcastle fans off the United dude. Yeah, man, this peak. You good? Yeah, all good, bro, man. Dwayne, I hope you're good, bro. Hackney hijack news, all thin air, nothing concrete. That's why I don't report about it. You see me? I'm not like these other people. You see these other content creators, whatever you want to call them, they're gonna put that in their title, hijack, and it's not even 30. There's only one link about it, and even the person that's reporting about it ain't even solidified. Man United needs goalkeeper. Goalkeeper news ain't come out. I see something about Donnarumma, but that was about it. It's about Donnarumma, but it's nothing crazy. What was it about Donnarumma? This is Sesko's agent, by the way, yeah, at Old Trafford. But obviously, this is old. You can see a Christmas tree in the back. But yeah, what does he say? He says something about Man United will rise again. So I don't know why he was doing all that, because we ain't signed no one that he's got. But boy, that's just Sesko's agent from back in the day. I'm going to show you a lot of the stuff about Antony soon. Goalkeeper, Onana's back for the Arsenal game. That's goalkeeper news for you. Yeah, Onana's back for the Arsenal game. Onana is back for the Arsenal game. That's the news. Anana is back for the Arsenal game. He's trying to be back for Fiorentina, to be honest. That's the last friendly we got. But Anana is back with the Arsenal game. Where is it? Where's the other thing about that? Yeah, look, this is the news. Look, Martinez is to resume light training in Chicago, and Onana and Joshua Zirkzee also nearing a return to a team training. So they're trying to get back for the Fiorentina game in preseason still, but Onana is definitely going to be back for the Arsenal game. This is what I'm saying. So we need to sell by in there ASAP and get one of these guys, Lamens or one of them in as soon as possible, man. A closer look to the win and what Ruben is building. Yeah, man, it's looking proper, man. It's looking proper. What I keep saying to you is you've got to look at the a lot of the wording as well. Sesko stuff is just they ain't got no replacement anyway, and they can't go and buy Sesko and Isak stays. It's too much uncertainty. Do you understand? They can't go and buy Sesko and Isak stays. That would be too crazy for them. Like how much wages you can deal with at the same time. So when you look at even what Fabrizio said, I keep showing you like this because this is important, bro. You've got to look at the wording of what things are said. And he says, yo, Newcastle rejected as they won't open doors to at least until finding a replacement. And that is not guaranteed at this stage. It's not guaranteed they find a replacement. This is what I'm trying to say to you. So Sesko's a myth. Sesko's a myth. How can it not be guaranteed if you're offering anything? You said you'll offer everything for Sesko. Isak insists with Newcastle his clear desire to join Liverpool, but bro, they need a replacement through the door at least. And they can't even get a replacement. So Isak, you need to hurry up from your holiday and go back to your team, bro. They miss you. You understand? So until they get a replacement, it's not going to work. And everyone that they're looking at, I've just showed you lot, the people that they're looking at apart from Thing. And it's Strand Larsen and Watkins. Strand Larsen is the same price as Mbumo, 65 million. This is crazy. Strand Larsen is the same price as Mbumo. Mbumo got 29 goals and assists. Strand Larsen got 14 and he's the same price. Wolves have gone mad because they've seen how hungry Newcastle are. They're getting rejected left, right and centre that, you know what, 65 million we want. You don't really want him come. They're moving mad. This is what I'm trying to say to you about this thing. And Watkins as well. Look at the first article. 433. Newcastle United are likely to make a move for Ollie Watkins. Benjamin Sesko was their top target. But Manchester United now look like the likely destination. They have pulled out of the race. They've pulled out the race. They've pulled out the race, bro. And they're putting out briefs now to say that they've got reservations about Sesko. Look at that. Look at the middle article. That's a Newcastle journalist saying, why Newcastle have reservations about Sesko? This is what's going on. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Strand Larsen is 65 million, guys. We paid for Mbumo for 65 million plus 6 million add-ons. That's the same price this geezer is. This geezer isn't even worth 40. I'm being real. FIFA teams, FIFA. Big up, bro. Abraham, big up yourself, man. It's crazy. I just hope we pull up with this deal before Arsenal. Yeah, anyone to come through. It'll be like a student. Exactly. It's going to be crazy because we wanted Gyökeres, they wanted Sesko. But we just couldn't get the deals that we wanted. So it'll be mad playing against each other. Donnarumma news also much. But yeah, this is why I don't, you don't know me. I'm too real for this, man. I just bring you what I think is kind of, could be reliable. Craig Hope, #1 Newcastle journalist, reliable for Newcastle. He said they're out of the race. They pulled out the race. They want Strand Larsen or Ollie Watkins. That's Craig Hope. I'm not looking at what's that guy called, man? Hayden Hackney from Gimme Sport and putting it on my thumbnail, man. I'm not doing stuff like that. Pletigo is such a lying cunt. When I saw that post, I lost all credibility. You're an idiot. You just rub yourself out. He's an idiot. He's such an idiot. It's the easiest way to make yourself look like an idiot. It's just to come and do that. Craig Hope is reliable for Newcastle. Even this MSI Douglas guy in the middle, he's kind of reliable for Newcastle. That's why he's briefing all of this. That they're having reservations about Sesko because they've lost. It's a joke thing. Craig Hope, Newcastle United have pulled out the race to sign Leipzig Benjamin. Man United entered the race new, had zero chance. Yeah, see, I've seen the same thing. Exactly. Ben Jacobs just said it as well. For those that don't know, Ben Jacobs came out as well and said that we're front runners. Let me show you, lot. For those that missed it earlier, Ben Jacobs come out of nowhere and said, yo, we're front runners to with the whole thing. So it's melting for them, innit? It's a myth. Let's just be real. It's melting. It's a myth, bro. Like, they just know what's going on and they're just like, you know what? Let's just put our brace that we didn't really rate Sesko anyway. And on top of that, we ain't got a... Remember, Isak's back. Let me not say he's back like he ever left, but Isak ain't going nowhere. So it's mad. They need a replacement before they get rid of Isak. That's what they're screaming. They need a replacement first. So let's see what I want. But look, Man United front runners for Benjamin Sesko after positive talks this week. Sesko keen to join even without European football. Newcastle fear Sesko is going to Old Trafford despite remaining in talks. Deal still complicated by Leipzig's asking price. Blah, 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 75 million. But listen to this. If they've pulled out the race for real, now we can say, big man, drop the price to 70. And they need money. Leipzig need money. I played you a video earlier. If you don't missed it, go to my last video. I played the Ben Jacobs video. He said Leipzig, they missed out on Champions League. They've got a new manager. They need to start their rebuild, but they can't back the new manager yet because they ain't got no money. So they need to sell Sesko or Xavi Simons, and then they can start their rebuild. So they need money. So if we drop it to 70 million, which is 60 million, and then add-ons, that's not too bad. But they need money still. I don't want to see Onana against Arsenal. We got no choice at this rate, bro. I don't want to see Tom Heaton. Do you see the way he was kicking last night, the other day? No way. What, Strand Larsen is 65? What? Strand Larsen is 65 million, guys. This is what's going on right now. Yeah? Strand Larsen. Look at that. Look at the last article. That's from a Wolves fan page. They're looking at Watkins and Strand Larsen now. They've gave up on Sesko, apparently. This is from Craig Hope. They've gave up on Sesko and they want Strand Larsen or Ollie Watkins. Strand Larsen is going for the same price as Mbumo. And Mbumo got 29 goals and assists. This geezer got about 15, 16. One season. And they're saying, yeah. And they've seen Newcastle's hungry right now. This is what happens when you're getting bumped every minute, you're getting rejected left, right, and centre. It's not even bad because it's like you're getting bumped, but it's like everyone can see it. So this is why we can't get rid of players because everyone saw what we done last season. Everyone saw Garnacho. Everyone saw Hojlund. Everyone saw Onana, Casemiro. So we can't get rid of these guys. This is what happens, man. 65 million is brazy. RIP market value, you'll be missed. Trust me, you won't be missed. They try to bump us. Wouldn't even be surprised if Man United get this deal done next week. It will, but we're trying to play a game with them. If we're the only ones in with for Sesko, then we can take as long as we want. It's like an Mbemo thing, innit? That's what they're basically trying to say. Like, we'll take our time with it type of thing. So, weird one still. Weird one. But this is what Ben Jacobs came out with earlier, and he said this. But like I've showed you, that MSI Douglas guy, he is just coming out and saying the madness, like, Sesko's not even all that. We weren't really rating him. Plenty goal. He just killed himself for this one here. Killed himself. You just know. We just all know it's gas. We just all know you're chatting shit. Like, so you just come out here for no reason and just killed yourself for no reason. Look, man, just chat shit, bruv. Like, you think we're really gonna believe this? Everybody already knows that we've got nothing to do with him. Is that agreement is already done? 2031, blah blah blah. Liverpool starts with, Ornstein just come out and said something about the thing, yeah? Ornstein Bomber. No, he didn't say nothing about it. That's from the last thing. But yeah, man, that's what's going on, man. We're going to get into Garnacho in a minute still. Oh, this is one of the young boys. Well, let me show you about the young boy. Sully. If Sully comes out and talks, you listen. Sully's reliable. This is my guy. My United's youngster, James Scanlon, has received loads of interest over a loan move with clubs in Belgium, France, Germany, and England showing interest. Ineos owned Luzon Sport, also an option. Because you know, Ineos, they've got Nice, Luzon, and Man United. So they do this little multi-club thing sometimes. So this is one of the young boys. He's meant to be going out there. I've heard his name a few times. He's meant to be good still. So yeah, man, we'll see if we can get this deal done this week. But as you lot can see, it's looking like it's really, like, it's going to get done this week. It's going to get done real soon as well. Because obviously they don't want to think. They don't really want to drop their price. But if it's only us involved with thing, then that's what's going to happen. Look, man, Sesko's out of there, man. Sesko was their top target, but Man United now look like the most likely destination. It's a myth, bro. They want Ollie Watkins and Strand Larsen, bro. Strand Larsen is a bag. Strand Larsen is 65 million. This is crazy. What type of life is this that Strand Larsen would be 65 million? Ginger Bish, always with the super chats. My guy. Sesko is good news. Newcastle don't have reservations. They just know they have lost. Need a goalkeeper and a midfielder. I'll take Agoon from Sevilla. You know who was linked with him yesterday? Was actually linked with this Agoon guy yesterday, but I don't know if the source was all that. It's like a Spanish source or something. Love for the super chat, Ginge. Every time, man. Appreciate you. But yeah, we're linked with this you. I've never seen him. I've never even watched a comp about him. But we're linked about him yesterday, and yeah, and then we'll see. You get me? We'll see if something comes from it. But who knows? You get me? Love for that, bro. No midfielder links. No midfielder links yet. I showed you the things about Belieber the other day. That's about it. But that's going to be next year. I think the midfielder thing's going to be next year. None starts against Arsenal about preseason. Sesko might generally crash out and not on Amrin, just on Onana's too insecure. Yeah, he is a bit mad, isn't it? Don't think we'll buy a midfielder this window. That's what I said. It's the next window thing, man. It's the next window thing. Benjamin Sesko. Newcastle are desperate to slap a big price on slap. They need anyone. And I showed you the article when my man is saying that they'll pay anything. They'll pay anything right now. Where's tying up the tune or whatever his name is? They will pay anything. Newcastle are paying anything. This is what I was sitting and I was saying, oh, we might not get Sesko, because the way Newcastle are moving right now, because they're the richest club. They're actually the richest club, but they've been trying to do this. Look, more news. Look, Newcastle United are likely to make a move for Aston Villa's Ollie Watkins if Isak leaves for Liverpool. So this is what I'm saying. Isak staying makes everything a bit complicated anyway, where they can't even get Sesko. Even if it was a Sesko, they won't even be able to get him if Isak was to stay. Look, this is them breaking it down themselves. Look, we don't do transfer business on a weekend, so it's safe to say that this has been another week wasted. With the situation, no further forward. Sesko wants Man United. Isak still in limbo. Club currently not pursuing. They're stressed. Look at them. Newcastle fans are stressed out, bro. Super stressed. You see what Eddie Howe's saying? We are working effectively in different ways. We've got people actively in the bird. Bro, they're getting rejected every minute, big man. Yeah, whatever they're doing, forget about it. It's not working. And this is what I'm trying to say to you. They've changed their tactics. How they were coming before, Newcastle were doing smart signings. They weren't paying mad wages, etc. Look, Guy rejected them. Look, what's going on? Look. They tried to go for Guy, it got rejected. Now they're saying they're not even going to go in for him no more. Oh my gosh, they got rejected by the club. Look, let me show you something though. This is what I'm trying to show you. Look, this is crazy, man. Newcastle have had it rough this season. Rough. Isak's at his own club training, Real Sociedad. He didn't even go and train at Newcastle. He trained at his own old club, Real Sociedad, the team that they bought him from. You could just see how toxic it is over there. Ben Jacobs, they're all putting about Sesko. Where is it then? Let me show you that was Muniz. Look, they're on for Muniz as well. For those that missed this, Newcastle have made an informal inquiry for Muniz as well. So they're just, Sesko's a myth for them, bro. You get it? Think about it, bro. You're not going to hear us making inquiries for Isak. It doesn't make no sense when we're in for Sesko and that's who we want. But they're all complaining. This is truly beyond embarrassing. They're pissed. They're pissed. And all they've signed is Aaron Ramsdale. It's crazy. The feeling inside the club that Benjamin Sesko is likely to go to Man United. This is a few days back. Let me show you what Fabrizio said, and I keep bringing this up. Look at this. This is why I thought that they was going to have him in a bag, but obviously Sesko is obviously not prioritizing money. Newcastle are ready to go and pay whatever Leipzig wanted. They're ready to go and pay whatever Sesko wants. They're ready to go and pay whatever Sesko's agent wants. So technically, if you think about it and you're smart, Leipzig will be pushing Sesko to go there, to Newcastle. Sesko's agents will be pushing Sesko to go there because, we're getting a bag. Everyone's getting paid. Sesko can go out there and be the richest 21-year-old or whatever he is, 22, 23, because they're going to pay him whatever. So they've changed their whole strategy. This whole smart thing, we're going to go out there and only be smart. They're not even on it no more. They just want to pay whatever. And it's not even working for them. Like, they've dropped out the race now. Newcastle are desperate. Yeah, it's too mad. Hello, Strand Larsen is the most underrated player in this thing. But he's not 65 million. Let's be serious here. Watkins is 50 million. Strand Larsen cannot be 65. That's crazy. Hackney hijack. Forget about that, Kwaku, man. I don't come here and lie to you lot, man. I keep it real with you lot. That's a shit source. And there's only one person saying it. I only come here when it's either someone reliable or there's a few different articles saying it. 65 million for Strand is fair. No way, Captain. You're buzzing. Bro, don't chat to me about Sully's reliable. Told us that Mbemba was done and medical confirmed it was really done 3 weeks later. Nah, you know what it is, though? Let me tell you something, though. FCTV, yeah? Sully's reliable, bro. But you know what it is? Everyone can get one wrong. You're talking about one thing. Fabrizio said, here we go for Morgan Gibbs-White, and we're still sitting here. What's going on with that? Is Fabrizio Romano reliable? You know what I'm going to say to you? People can get things wrong. He got one thing. And you got to remember, it wasn't just him, you know. It was him, Ben Jacobs. A few other ones came out and said the same thing. But everything else he said has been reliable, bruv. You can't just go... It's like someone saying yes 100 times and then they say no once. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you can't... He's got too much right to not be reliable. If he gets one wrong, no problem. And people are not looking at it like that because he's not a household name. You don't show his face. But Fabrizio's got like 10 here we goes that he said and it's been wrong. He said here we goes, left, right and centre, and then bam. We've had people come out and then no, there's no here we go. What's he talking about? Do you know how much here we goes this guy said? João Pedro, here we go. To Newcastle when he was at Watford and never went through. He said, bare here he goes. That never happened. So this is what I'm saying. We're not going to sit here and say Fabrizio's not reliable, but it's just, I get it, and he's an ITK. You don't show his face. He's coming through new, but he's reliable overall. When he comes and drops a bomb, more time is right. But I know that one time was a bit sticky, but it was Ben Jacobs as well, who's been very reliable this whole thing. Ben Jacobs has been reliable. This whole transfer window, he's been on it. So I hear UFC TV, but come on, man. Let's look at the ratio and be rational. Luma Metch, salute to your commitment to the channel. Come on, bro, man. It's the Metric community, man. I'm with you lot. We're all together. I keep telling you lot, man. I'm here for you lot every day. It's the Metric community. I'm always here. Do you understand? So it's not even a commitment. It's just normal now. It's every day. It's normal life. You know, like that. I said RIP. If he rejects RIP, what's with the blue United badge? You're not rating it now. We saying you like the... I tried to switch it up, man. We saying you're new over here. You must be new, innit? Obviously, I've always got it. It's usually red. If you look at this article, look at this article. It's usually like this and red. I just thought, let me have a little difference today. Literally, you've come on the worst day then if you hate blue, mate. You come on the worst day. But yeah, man, it's all good, man. I just thought I'll change it up a little bit. It's calm. F Newcastle. Man, I'm not rating. The Newcastle thing is mad. FCTV and Bremo deal always done. Maybe 65 million for Strand is fair. He had more goals than Rasmus. 65 million. Captain, you're trolling, man. Stop trolling, please, man. 65 million. They're at the race. Maybe I'm late here, but who says Newcastle is at the race? All right, cool. Let me break it down for you, lot, yeah? Because you know me, I don't do no clickbait or nothing, yeah? Cool. So, Isak's thing's done, whatever. They bidded for him and then it's got rejected, whatever, yeah? Look at Fabrizio. Fabrizio's come out and said Newcastle rejected as they won't open doors for at least until finding a replacement. And it's not guaranteed at this stage because they need to find a replacement. They can't get Sesko and Isak still there. They need to get a replacement first, and it's 100% Isak's going to leave. Now that they're rejecting that, and Liverpool's come out and said, we're not bidding again. Look at the last article. They're saying they're not bidding again. So what's going to happen to Isak then? He stays. What? Sesko's going to come and sit there and be second choice. So cool. That's happened. And then watch this now. We've had Craig Hope, who's the #1 journalist for Newcastle, and he's come out and said Newcastle United are likely to make a move for Aston Villa's Ollie Watkins. Benjamin Sesko was their top target, but Manchester United now look like the most likely destination for the Leipzig striker. Wissa and Strand Larsen are also on the short list. Strand Larsen is 65 million. They want to go for Watkins if he gives them encouragement. But I ain't finished there because I told you I don't do clickbait. I'm not finished. Bam. Craig Hope, the same geezer you just saw, says Newcastle United have pulled out the race to sign Benjamin Sesko. The exact words you've seen on the title. They've pulled out the race. Go on Twitter, type it up. It's going to come up. And then obviously, if you look at this article that I just showed you, it basically just interrogates it as well. You get it, just goes with it. Newcastle United are likely to make a move for Ollie Watkins now. Strand Larsen and Wissa on the list. Benjamin Sesko was their top target. Was. Why is he saying was? Their top target. But Man United now look like the most likely destination with an X. And that's from 433. But Craig Hope, who is there, and that's the main journalist for Newcastle United. So that's where it's come from, that they've pulled out the race. It's all there. Type it up on Twitter or whatever. It's there. And then this geezer in the middle is another Newcastle journalist. And from the morning, he's already put out briefs. Look at that. Why Newcastle have reservations about Sesko. So when you're losing, this is what happens. When you're missing out on a player, they start putting out briefs that they didn't really want him. Oh, we weren't really in for him like that. And it wasn't that serious. No, we weren't going to bid, or we had reservations about him. That's why we walked away. They're trying to put them briefs out already now. Look, imagine, why would you say why would you let that come out? Why Newcastle have reservations about Sesko and then sign him? Why would you put that out there in the world? How would that make him feel? If you got all of these, you know what I'm saying? All these reservations and then turn around and sign him. So yeah, man, it's looking like we have pulled out the race. Newcastle have pulled out the race. In fact, that's from Craig Hope. Craig Hope is the most reliable Newcastle journalist. It's the guy in the middle. Too reliable for Newcastle. So if he says it, it's reliable. Strand Larsen for 65 million is crazy though. I'll tell you that for free. That is mental. If we sign Sesko, will he be fit for the Arsenal game? I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know if he's on pre-season with them. I don't know if he's training. I don't know what's going on with Sesko right now. I ain't seen anything. Brian and Remo, red, please. Bro, this is you know what's crazy? I've been doing it for red for like 2.5 months. And the one day I change it to blue, the geezer's onto me. But I hear you. Don't watch nothing, man. We're going to go back to red soon. Don't worry, man. It's just a one day. You get me? Look, a weekend thing. Sesko is risky, man. I don't want him to end up like Hojlund, then we're finished. Exactly. I'm with you with that one there, but it looks like they're going for him. And they've said, Ben Jacobs said that basically we feel like we've got enough Prem-proven players now with Mbumo, Cunha, Bruno, etc. So we can put someone there and help them type of thing. When do you think Sesko will get done? Basically, Ben Jacobs said earlier again, because I played a video of Ben Jacobs, by the way. So for those that don't know, this is what I'm referring to. I played it earlier. And he was saying that we can drag this one on a little bit if we wanted to. but we want him in through the door ASAP. But if we're the only team in it, we want them to drop their price down. Their price is 75 million euros. We want them to drop it to 70. So if it's only us and them, they need money because they've got to sell. They've got to get 100 million basically. And they got Xavi Simons to sell, and they got Sesko, and they've got a new manager, and they ain't in Champions League. So they missed out on Champions League, got a new manager. They need to start their rebuild, but they ain't got no money. So once they sell Sesko or Xavi Simons, they can start their rebuild straight away. So hopefully they can just drop it quickly to 70, bam, 60 million euro in pounds, and then straight away. You understand? Craig, Newcastle most reliable journalist. I hope United don't let Sesko down. He's basically said I only want United. Basically, that's what's coming out. Remember, even Ben Jacobs come out today and said we're the favourites to sign him now. But when we signed Rasmus, he was 20 years old. But with Sesko, he's 22. Big difference. He has more experience than Rasmus. Yeah, it's around the same age, though, isn't it? It's the same thing. But I hear what you're saying, though. I do hear what you're saying. But like I said, innit, when we signed Rasmus, we're putting him around people that's potential, just like him. Do you get it? Now we're looking at it and we're saying, bruv, we're Prem proven. We've got a few Prem proven players now in Bumo, Cunha, Sesko will be up. It's a bit easier, isn't it, for him to move. And he's going to have Xerxes. Xerxes been doing it here for a little bit as well. He understands the league. So, yeah, man. So we're front runners, man. We're front runners. Newcastle's realised that and they've just dropped it out. They've said, yo, we're pulling out of this race, mate. It's long. We ain't got time for this. Yeah, this geezer's taking too long. So they already know that it's not going to happen and they've just left it. That's what it seems like is happening. Everyone said it. The only guy that ain't said like we're deep in the game is like Ornstein or Fabrizio, but everyone else has more or less said he prefers Man United. So even with that money thing I just showed you lot, that they're willing to pay anything he wants, they still don't care. Still doesn't matter. Switching up times on my bro, laugh at loud, nearly missed it. Switching up times on my bro. What do you mean, Muddy? Switching up times on my bro. Switching up times. Nearly missed it. What do you mean? What do you mean? Say that again, Muddy. Come on, Man United. Yeah, man. We need to get these deals. Remember, I didn't even want Sesko, but now I'm just like, let's just wrap these deals up and get them through the line and keep going. With Sesko, top 4, easy. Raw, you think he'll be like that, yeah? Raw, that's mad. Good news, Newcastle back down, not that they were ever in a chance anyway, exactly. It's more or less that in it. But remember though, it's the money they were offering. That's why I was scared. The money that they were offering was crazy. They was on some, yo, we'll pay anything. This is what got me shook. You know what I'm saying to you, though? I remember that. Look at the second paragraph of the first article. It's on Sesko decide. Newcastle are ready to pay. Man United are ready to bid. Look at the big difference. We were ready to bid and negotiate. So we'll give them 70 million. We're not saying we've got to negotiate. They were ready to just pay. Whatever, look, Newcastle are prepared to match whatever is needed with Leipzig and the player. United are ready to bid and negotiate. So we were trying to be smart. Like, what's wrong with these lot? They're sitting there and saying, we're going to pay whatever. Whatever this guy wants, we're paying. Whatever Leipzig wants, we're paying. Bruv, Man United are saying, bro, we're going to bid and negotiate like normal people do. So it's crazy. Good. Isak deal got rejected. Yeah, I showed that one. The Isak deal got rejected. And this is what I'm saying as well about this situation where it goes against Newcastle. If you look at Fabrizio's second paragraph, it says Newcastle rejected as they won't open doors at least until finding a replacement. And it's not guaranteed at this stage. He just showed us an article where he's saying, look at the second article. They're willing to go and pay whatever they want, pay whatever the agent wants, pay whatever Sesko wants, and he's still saying it's not even guaranteed at this stage. So we already know it's a myth. He knows it's a myth, but he don't want to come out and say it. Come on, man. He doesn't even want to come out and say it, bro. No replacement. So who are they going for? And I've showed you, lot. It's Strand Larson or Watkins. But they need encouragement from Watkins. Look at the second article. Would likely move for Ollie Watkins if given encouragement. So they don't even know if Ollie Watkins is going to end up rejecting them. So now they're trying to put out these briefs. Look, Ollie Watkins is going to be their first choice. Put out these little briefs. They need Ollie Watkins to come out and say, yeah, you know what? I'm on coming. Or they're not even going to bother. Because they're getting, their thing is mad. Rejection FC at its finest, mate. I've never seen a rejection FC like this. It's mental. It's crazy. But yeah, like you can see, Ben Jacobs said this in the morning. Man United are front runners for Benjamin Sesko after positive talks this week. Sesko is keen to join even without European football. He's keen. He wants to join. He wants to come to the theatre. That's it, man. We just got to match the thing. We just got to match the bid and then call it a day. I told you that, bro, but this guy is just trying to cancel himself so bad. I've never seen a guy try to cancel himself so bad. Like, every single person knows. I think even Liverpool and Newcastle fans know that this is a lie. Man said even Man United made an inquiry in recent days, but Isak turned it down. Why are you doing this to yourself, you clown? Why? Why would you do that to yourself? Just try and cancel yourself so quick. Silly guy, innit, Plettenberg? Sesko will quote because when we signed Rasmus 2 strikers, yeah, man. Bruv, I'm just trying to stay positive with it, man. Hopefully, Hojlund goal, you stay on the bench. With Sesko against Arsenal, or take Strand Larson over Watkins. Yeah, you're crazy. If you was Newcastle, nah, why? What's the difference? Why would you do that? That's mad. I'm not with that one there. I would rather take Watkins. Watkins scores goals. Let me show you an 11 for Newcastle. Look at this. It's not even an 11, it's a 10. But look at this. This is how bad it is for Newcastle, yeah? This is how bad it is for Newcastle, bro. Look at this. Madness. This is how bad it is for Newcastle. That is everybody that's rejected them. That's crazy, isn't it? One more player and you got a full 11. And you got Isak at the bottom just running away. One more player, you got a full 11, mate. Let me take myself off the screen for 1 second so you lot can see. Crazy, isn't it? Safe. They've had it bad, mate. They've had it bad. And I didn't want to be giddy with the Sesko thing until it was done. But when I saw that, what I saw, and it said that Sesko is basically, that they pulled out the race, it just looks mad. It looks crazy, bro. Like, 2 different goalkeepers, like 5 different strikers. Bro, it's crazy. A right winger. And man, ain't even got Wissa in here. Remember, Wissa wants to go there still, so we don't know what's going on. It's crazy. If I am a Newcastle fan, I am pushing Arsene Ollie Watkins are interested in move. Is Sesko coming to United? It looks like he is. I've showed you the documents. I've showed you what going on. So it could happen. It looks like it might be happening. Change your time. You're on live. Nah, you know what it is? It's Friday, man. It's a weekend. Weekends are weird for me. I might be doing something in it. So you got to I just try and come on and try and make sure I'm on live and make it happen. That's why it's like I could just come on anytime. If it's a normal day, Friday, I count it as a weekend. So, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm doing something after. It's like, let me just get on, reason with you lot for a little bit, and then do what I've got to do. But if I came in a little bit later, it wouldn't make sense for me. So that's all it was. But yeah. So you know my thing already. On the week, Monday to Thursdays, I'm always one it's the same times. Early, afternoons, and night, or early and 6, 7-ish, etc. But yeah, man, it's looking dark for Newcastle, man. I'll get into some more news, obviously. There's way more going on, but this is how it started off. For any of you that's missed it, Isak, obviously, they've tried to bid for him. Liverpool, it's a myth. Liverpool are saying they're not going to bid again. And think about it. Liverpool are not going to bid again, so Isak might stay. And then when you look at the second paragraph from Fabrizio Romano, he goes on to say, Newcastle rejected as they won't open doors at least until finding a replacement. And it's not guaranteed at this stage. It's not guaranteed that they find a replacement. And if Isak don't leave anyway, because Liverpool are saying they're not going to bid again, Sesko's not needed. So this is what I'm trying to say. So that's what came out. And then obviously Newcastle United pulled out the race to sign Benjamin Sesko. That's from Chris Hope. He's the #1 journalist for Newcastle. Ask anybody. You can go on his Twitter yourself and see everything he talks about. He's their main journalist. He's with the players now as we speak in Hong Kong, Seattle, whatever it's called. And then that's another Newcastle journalist, MSI Douglas. He's like second in command. And he basically come out and from early today, he's been putting out reports. They've got reservations about Sesko because they know they've lost. When you lose, you start putting out all these reservations and all of this bullshit, all this PR. So they're putting out all these stuff. And then obviously, as you can see, Graham Bailey's come out and say there's an internal confidence at Old Trafford that Manchester United will win the race for Benjamin Sesko. Sesko is ready to play under Ruben Amorim. So we'll see under that. And then obviously, Craig Hope again. This is all today, guys. He's come out and he's gone, they've rejected the thing for Isak, blah, blah, blah. He would likely move for Ollie Watkins if given encouragement. But that's their number one target now. But they need encouragement. They need Watkins to come out and say something. Oh, yeah, I will come, or blah, blah, blah. They don't want to get rejected again. And it says, obviously, if you read the first article, it goes, Newcastle United are likely to make a move for Ollie Watkins. Benjamin Sesko was their top target, but Manchester United now look like the most likely destination for the Leipzig striker. Wissa and Strand Larsen are also on the shortlist. And if you look at the last article, it tells you that Strand Larsen is the same price as Mbeumo, scoring and half these goals, basically. It's crazy, mate. Strand Larsen, 65 million. That is mad. This market is cooked, mate. The geezer only scored 14 goals, 65 million. Oh, it's gone mad, man. And then obviously I showed you the lineup. This is the lineup of all the rejections they've had. It's crazy, bro. One more player. If we get Wissa in there, it's actually 11. It's literally 11 aside. So it's mad. We'll get into more news. We've got the boy Garnacho, keen on joining Chelsea. Fabrizio's came out today again and spoke about it. It was his priority in January, and he's still keen on the move this summer. Chelsea considering to bid later this month for Garnacho, as said, for weeks. And he's waiting for Chelsea as a priority despite bids from abroad. He only wants Chelsea. Chelsea want him, but they're trying to lowball us. They're trying to do some 30 million or something. Stupidness. Ben Jacobs spoke about it, and he basically said Alejandro Garnacho also still expected to leave in the coming weeks and is prioritising a move within the Premier League. Argentine winger would welcome an approach from Chelsea. Chelsea could potentially sign Xavi Simons and Garnacho. So it's not just one of the other. Both of them could get signed. And then obviously Fabrizio obviously said Chelsea are very convinced on Garnacho. Man said Alex Garnacho. What's the Alex about? It's not Alejandro, no? Alex Garnacho as an opportunity. His name's mentioned internally every day. It's going to be about the price tag. So every day they're talking about Garnacho at Chelsea. They want him bad, but they're waiting to the last minute of the deadline day to go and snatch him, basically. They don't want to snatch him up yet. They want to wait to the last minute and then snatch him up. So this is what's going on with Garnacho. They're not trying to come and spend their money. They're just trying to snatch him up in the last minute. Imagine Sesko scores in the Arsenal game and does the Mars celebration and shakes hand and does the jumping celebration. That would be cold. Yeah, that would be cold. We need to do it. If we need to mock him in that stadium if we was to score. Let Isak stay so that we will get Sesko. And then obviously, yeah, Sesko. And you know that Isak's not happy as well. So if Isak stays, he's not even happy over there. Sesko v Gyökeres. That would be mad. Liverpool are greedy, not gonna lie. They're trying to be ambitious, mate. I don't even blame them. You really hope that pull-out is true. We get an easier run in terms. Yeah. That geezer that said it, Chris Hope, is very reliable for Newcastle News. I'll tell you that for free. Very reliable. He's their main journalist. Sesko versus Gyökeres against Arsenal, trust me. Metch, Chris Wheeler, okay, guy to listen to. So that's the stuff for Fabrizio, Garnacho, man. He's going to go. We know he's going to go. Obviously, if they don't move, remember, they're going back to the under-21s to train. Under-21s. That's why they're getting banished. Amron's not on this joke thing. You've been training the under-21s, and you're going to miss the World Cup if you stay past the deadline in September the 1st, because you're not going to play. And the World Cup is next year, so you don't need games. So that's the situation with Garnacho. We'll see how this one ends up, but it seems like it's Chelsea or bust. Tottenham have got too much wingers. Aston Villa's got PSR problems and FFP. They can't sell a women's team to themselves again. So I don't know what's going to happen. Then we had this situation. Amrin's basically, people are talking about the tactical work's gone up so high that they're not even doing open training. I know you've seen Arsenal doing open training. A lot of people are doing open training. They've barely done it because they're just tactical. All they're doing is just coaching. What's his name? Dallo's come out and spoke about the culture and the players that are left. Everyone that's there now fights for each other. That's what they keep coming out and saying. Even Aiden Heaven, I should have put it here, he came out and said, listen, the dressing room is jokes. We love it. It's just funny. Like everyone gets on. It's changed the culture now. It's a different place. And then he goes, well-placed sources have noticed how pleased the players were with Bruno Fernandes staying, etc. So Yeah, man. Amrin's just switched it up, man. We've seen the 2 performances already against West Ham. That one was good. We saw the one against Bournemouth. That one was better. Now we're going to go out there and play Everton on the 3rd, which is Sunday. And then, yeah, we're going to see what won. I might do a watch along. It's only at 10 o'clock, so we'll see how that one goes. But this is the coaches changing. Then we've got more news, and there's a likelihood that Hojlund will leave if a deal is reached for Sesko. If Sesko joins, there's no point having Hojlund. He wants Xerxes to be the backup. He don't want Hojlund. So Hojlund might go for a proper sell where cash is involved, or he might go for a loan. That's what's going on right now. Antony has rejected the offer from Saudi. He is still waiting for Betis, and they believe that a transfer deadline nears. As long as Antony keeps rejecting other offers, United will have no choice but to accept the loan offers. So basically, Betis are broke. They're not even broke. They're moving like they're broke. But what they're doing is they keep saying, well, it's going to keep longing it off until we can get a loan again. So they just hope that Antony rejects everyone and then only goes back to Betis. Like, bro, come on, man. Just spend your money. We gave you a loan. You ripped it up and you're trying to just do the same thing, basically, trying to finesse us. And then it goes on to talk about Onana, and it says, if United sign a new goalkeeper, it seems very unlikely that Onana would stay as number 2. He would want to be first choice at another club. So Nana's basically trying to say, yo, if you don't sign someone else, I'll bounce, which is perfect. Literally perfect. So we just need to get Bayandera out, sign the young keeper, get rid of, push him up to number 1, and eventually get rid of Onana, because we can't keep the skeezer. He's trash. Then we got, we're linked with everyone. This is why I tell you, look, I don't do the clickbait thing. If I see one link with a player, it's not good enough for me to come here and be putting it on my thumbnails, etc. It doesn't make no sense. I need to see a few more links. If we got 2 links or 3 or something that makes sense, then it makes sense. We're linked with Rodrigo from Real Madrid. Come on, people, man. Team Talk has come out and said, Mundo Deportivo, Manchester United have shown interest to Real Madrid's Rodrigo. Are you not really sitting and believing this? You know what I'm trying to say to you? And then it obviously said earlier about we're making a late attempt to sign Hayden Hackney, despite Ipswich Town having a bid accepted. This is the only link, and it's giving me sport. It's not the best link in the world, so I take it with a pinch of salt. That's why I'm not bringing it to you lot. I'm breaking news. Look at this. No. And then it goes on to say a closer look. Nick Woldemar we're linked with Nick Woldemar, bro. That's it. We're linked with Nick Woldemar as well. So this whole thing here is from unreliable people, and it's just one article. If it was 2 articles, maybe I come here and I say, yo, hijack, but I'm not going to do all of that because it doesn't make no sense. I could just tell this is bullshit. So this is what's going on. This is what I'm trying to say. We're linked with everyone. All these journalists have got to get fed. This is what they do. They come out here, they wake up sometimes, and they just make up stories. It's not even true. I wouldn't mind if Onana stays. I don't think you support United, Captain, I don't know who you support. Betis are slow, not going to lie. Rasmus Hojlund must leave the club. Xerxes as number 9 cannot score goals. Exactly. But he's a different option, though. That's what I'm trying to say. If we got Sesko, and Sesko's not working for 70 minutes, bring on Xerxes, and he drops more. You get it? He drops for the ball. Have we hijacked Sesko? It seems like they've come out, they've left the race. We basically hijacked him. You could say that because Newcastle was in it by themselves, but it hasn't done yet for you to say it's hijacked. You get it? We're interested first, or Newcastle. We need some signing, lads. I'm sat here with COVID hanging. I could do with some good news. Well, Newcastle look like they've come out of the race for Sesko, so that might be happening soon. But yeah, like I said to you lot, this is free signings. This is free people that we've been linked with today. I don't believe any of them. This is why I didn't even bother. I just added them in to show you lot that all these journalists need to get paid. The moment you click onto that thing, you click onto their newspaper, they get paid. So that's what they want, clicks. So they put these catchy things here. You go there and there's nothing going on. So Hayden Hackney, I can't see us hijacking it. No one else has spoke about it apart from them. Seems like they're kind of guessing as well. Rodrigo's never going to happen. Let's be real. So I'm not going to go and put Rodrigo on my thumbnail. Like, I know it's not happening. Woldemar, who is very close to joining for Bayern, they're saying Man United wants him. We just get thrown in everything. We're linked with Sesko. That's it. They're saying that we're in for Isak now. Like, it just changes every minute, bro. So take it with a pinch of salt, guys. And then we got more news. A couple of the young boys. Obviously, Ethan Wheatley's gone on loan to Northampton. I was about to say Nottingham Forest. Then we got another youth that we're trying to sign. We made concrete talks. He's 16. United wanted to sign him and send him to Luzerne to avoid the ban. And then we got this keeper, John Victor, we're in for him for time. For time, we're in for this keeper. You know, we kept talking about it. But remember, Laurie Whitwell's come out and said, unless we sell buying there, we cannot get rid of. We can't buy a goalkeeper. So we need to get rid of buying there because Onana's not going nowhere and no one ain't going to pay the money that he wants. So that's what's going on with that. So that's the situation. And I showed you that the Newcastle lineup of rejections. The rejection FC is crazy. One more player on that and we got a full 11, mate. It might be Wissa, but we're going to see. Agreements, the talk is absolute shit. Yeah, man, I don't entertain it. What I don't believe, or if I see one link or something, I don't entertain it, bro. See these other people, they'll put the guy in the thumbnail and hijack and, bruv, I don't think it's true. So why am I going to lie to you lot? I just keep it 100%. I come with what I think is believable, which is Newcastle have pulled out the race to sign Benjamin Sesko because Chris Hope is the #1 journalist for Newcastle and that's what he's saying. So I believe it. And obviously they're putting out their little briefs already why Newcastle has reservations about Sesko. So that's letting us know they know they've lost. Let's put out briefs to say why we're leaving this situation. That's what happens. When I have a look that nothing's come out whilst we've been on stream, then I'll summarize it. So any of you lot that missed anything, don't worry. I'm going to run through it quickly. Oh my God, look at this. Sesko's agreed to sign. Sesko has agreed to sign by you guys. Sesko's agreed personal terms. Look at this. Sesko has agreed to sign for United this summer as he sees United as a special club. Leipzig are willing to dock 10 million off the price. United want to wrap the deal up by early next week. So Sesko has agreed to sign. You lot are getting the bomber as it's happening. Let's go to Edward Francis. I think he's all right for ESPN. Is it ESPN? Or is he not? Who is this geezer? I don't know him. Actually, I don't know him. I don't know if he's reliable, bruv. I don't know if he's reliable. But Edward Francis, I've seen that somewhere. I've seen this name somewhere, though. But I can't lie to you lot. Do you get it? I can't vouch for him. But he's saying Sesko has agreed to sign for Manchester United this summer. Man United will try and negotiate the price for the 22-year-old. However, as he sees United as a special club, Leipzig are willing to dock the 10 million from the asking price. So what's that then? It's going to be 60 million now then. This is what Edward Francis is saying. But you know what? Remember, I told you that all the time, guys. We wait for someone reliable to come out and say it. Yeah? Take it with a pinch of salt. This is what I'm trying to say. I could see that now and come back and say, Sesko's agreed. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait for it to come out by someone certain. Look, everyone's putting it out. All the fan pages are talking about it. So he might be someone that's reliable, but I can't vouch for him. So I'm not going to put that out there. As it stands, I understand Newcastle see no reason why Isak should not return to train with his teammates. So they're trying to get Isak back. So Sesko's a myth for them anyway. Morehouse has gone on loan as well to Leyton Orient. That's another one of the young boys. So all the young boys are just going thing, man. Without 10 million off. Let me see if it's come out. It don't seem like it's come out from anyone solidified yet. But I've seen his name somewhere. It's been quoted somewhere. So he might be reliable. Let's get it twisted. But I'm not gonna sit here and say he is I'm not sure. Do you know what I mean? So let's see. It hasn't come out from no one else yet. Let's go to United District and see if they've said that. Joshua, what's Joshua saying? He said anything about it? Because the more people that will quote him, then that will let me know that obviously he's if he's reliable or not. But I don't know him. Loyals. Special club, yeah. Remember, we're meant to be a special club, and the special club does drop for the special club. Fabrizio's been saying that for ages. Whoever comes out and says they're a special club, the price will drop a little bit. So I don't know, man. It's a weird one, man. This is a weird one. Obviously, that came out earlier, like with front runners. He wants us. But we'll see if this news is true, that he's basically agreed personal terms, because it was always going to happen anyway. Let's be real, because if he's only waiting for us, then it was always going to happen anyway. Belong must submit a bid, blah, blah, blah. United loyals. Oh, mate. Edward Francis. I've seen his name somewhere, but I don't know who he is. Edward Francis. Oh, yeah. It's due to be Mbumo's debut, ain't it? When we play Everton. Quite intrigued with Isak. Yeah, man. None of the big dogs have come out and said anything yet, man. So we take it with a pinch of salt, like I tell you all the time. Take it with a pinch of salt until you see someone certified come out and say it. No one certified's come out and said it yet. Like, yeah, he's agreed to join, etc. Like, you get it? Sees him as a big club. Of course, he's a big club. Nashers. So that might be a bomber for you lot, man. You lot caught the bomber. It seems like Sesko will be our last signing. Nah, no way. Fabrizio said we should do at least another 2-3 signings. I don't want Isak to stay, to be honest. If get rid and double offer to Sesko. Bruv, you lot have offered Sesko the world and he's still saying no. You lot have offered him everything and he's already saying no. So I can't see anything happening with that. But I know why you wouldn't want Isak to stay. Here we go in a couple of days. Yeah, seeming like it. Come on, Sesko. Isak is leaving 100%. They're just holding out for more dollar. I'll take Hojlund from you at this point. I still think it'd be a decent and a good team. Same. I don't think Sesko made up his mind yet. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's what it is, isn't it? He wants us, but he's looking at the money situation. That's the only reason you lot are still in the conversation, was the money. But I've said it. Look, this is from Craig Hope, who you lot know is your main journalist. If he's not your main, let me know. That's your main journalist, from what I know. And he's saying Benjamin Sesko was the top target, but Man United now look like the most likely destination for the Leipzig striker. Watkins is your top target now and would likely move for Watkins if he given encouragement. And Strand Larsen's there, but Strand Larsen is 65 million, which is crazy. And then we had this. Newcastle United have pulled out the race to sign Benjamin Sesko, Craig Hope. And then you've got MSI, who you know is one of your other journalists. He's like the second in command, you can say. And he's out here briefing reservations. You know how it goes, the PR spin. We got reservations on him. He's not really that guy, or you don't score a lot of, you know how it goes. So I don't know, man. We're gonna hear more a bit soon. Obviously, I've just showed you that he's agreed, but we don't know how true that is. So that's the situation with Sesko. Yeah, it seems like we might have a little clean run, a little free run, but we'll see. Garnacho, him and Chelsea, it's going to happen, but it's just when they're waiting for the end of the season for the transfer window. So basically, deadline day-ish to go in there and just, get in for the low, get in for as cheap as possible. So we'll see what happens with that. Then we've got Amrin, he just changed the culture. All of them are just happy in the dressing room. They're doing more coaching. They're not even doing an open training for the fans to see outside. He's got them coaching so much that that's all that's going on. He's changed the culture. Hojlund's looking to leave if a deal is reached for Sesko, either on loan or sell. There's no way he's going to stay, basically. Antony's apparently rejected the offer from Saudi because he's waiting for Real Betis, and Real Betis just want him to keep rejecting and coming for loan. And Anana's basically saying, unless he stays as number one, he wants to leave, basically. So we'll see what happens. And then we've got all this trash. I keep telling you, lot, don't take things with a pinch of salt. Apparently, we're going to hijack the Hackney deal. This came out at 9:30 in the morning. It's literally 7 o'clock. So nearly 12 hours has gone through and we haven't seen nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? Rodrigo, we're in for Rodrigo now. Apparently, bullshit. And this Watermaid, whatever he's called is. Bro, I don't believe it. This is why I just put it on one thing as rubbish, but we wait for more links. This can come out and be true, but I like more links to come. I don't bring nothing to you lot without more links. I'm not going to come and just, hey, the Antony hijack. And we've got one person saying it. That's not even reliable. I'm not on that. And then we've got a couple of the young boys going, and this West Ham have submitted a bid for John Victor, who is obviously someone that we was looking at as a number 2. So we'll see what happens. And this is Fabrizio. The last thing he said about the whole Sesko situation, Newcastle are ready to pay anything. Literally, they're ready to pay anything for him. They're ready to pay his agents whatever they want. They're ready to pay Sesko whatever he wants. They're ready to pay Leipzig whatever they want. So they're the ones that were holding up the deal. Obviously, it's been said they've pulled out now, but who knows? We'll see in it. We'll see. Hopefully, some more news comes out a bit later, and we understand. Chelsea being Chelsea, do you think they'll come in last minute? Nah, they've got enough strikers, man. They got Delap and João Pedro. They're cool. If anything, they're going to sell Jackson. Hi, Mitch. Big up yourself, JM, man. 42. If Newcastle pulled out, Man United would already have him. In my opinion, I think they're still in for him. No, you know what it is? We don't like the price. That's what it is. So if they pull out, we're still trying to talk to them about the price, and we want to get it down because it's not a race no more. Same with Mbeumo. We was chilling trying to get Mbeumo for 7 weeks because it was just us two in the race. As soon as he made it clear he only wants Man United, it was just us two in the race, and we still sat there for 7 weeks trying to get the price down. You are well today, bruv. Yeah, all good, JM, man. I'm wrapping up now. I've been on here for 1 hour and 15. I'm about to go out. So I just came on quickly to let you guys know what's going on. If you've missed the show, JM, whoever else, just rewind it and you'll see everything in full. We had a little breaking news as well that apparently with Sesko's agreed to join us, but it's not from no one solidified where I can sit here and say they're 100% reliable. So just look out for that, etc. Bless up to all of you lot, man. I hope you lot all have a good day. And yeah, hit the likes on your way out, peoples, man. If you're new, subscribe. Peace.
Got some celebs, pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They don't be there on repeat, they're like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. But for now, I'm local. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more